eating in front of the boys. I remember back in the day, I'll be getting my pre-drinks on before we go out. Here I am right now, eating, and nothing else going on. Why isn't the internet working? Why do I have to go through this shit every single time? Why aren't you working, man? What is going on here? Come on. Let's get Alda. What's going on? Anybody else eating at the same time or what? Come on, come on, come on. David, Richard, what's up, fellas? Just trying to get this internet to work, and then we'll start nailing some of this goodness. Mm-hmm. This is good. Godliness. Oh, the usuals. My usual boys, broken up. Chris, Quiz. What's going on, boys? Oh, internet's working. Sick. All right, now. Bon appetit. Thank you, thank you. All right, now. Let's get the chat pop out so I can see what the boys are talking about. Yeah, man. She's hooked me up. We got some protein here. We got some paprika here. How good is garlic? Ma žena sprema. Dinner, lunch, she pretty much does it all the time. Breakfast, it's 50-50 for breakfast. It took her like, I don't know how long, this paprika, it took her a little while to make. So good. Her brother went to a farm somewhere, or the market, and got a stack of these paprika. So we had like a whole bag of them sitting around. And today she's made this. She's made a bunch of dishes with them. No, she's done one where she stuffs them with rice, minced meat, and all that. Today she's just chucked them in the oven like this with a bit of garlic on top. And it's awesome. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? That's better. So today, you guys will see it in the video. I hit 180 for 8 again. And my God, did my sugar drop after that. It was a tough session. Took a shower, drank a bunch of water, and then the hunger settled in. Carb loading, baby. You need carbs if you want to perform. 184 wouldn't be possible without carbs. That's for sure. I don't know how to say his name, man. Is it Wakways? The Miami Heat guy. He's a rookie, isn't he? I've seen him play, man. He's gonna be a good player, man. I didn't watch any of the Arnold Classic. I was working, man. I didn't have time. Kako si našao društvo kad se doselio u Australiju? Bobby's asking, how did we find, other Yugoslavian people here when we moved over? Basically, we came on the plane as refugees with other refugees from the same region, well, from Yugoslavia. And there's a whole community here, man. They've got like a bunch of churches around the place, a bunch of halls. So, on a Saturday you rock up and boom, there's people everywhere. So we kind of, discovered people this way. There's a big community here, man, in Adelaide, of Serbians, especially in the late 90s, obviously with the war and everyone moving over. So, yeah. Lots of us here. Man, these paprika are awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. I'm not cold showering at the moment, man, but I spent a long time doing it. I might start it again, actually, but I don't like doing it when it's like warm weather. You're uncomfortable for no reason. You turn the tap on, it's already like warm. There's no point. If it's gonna be like that, I might as well freaking get comfortable. I like to do it here when it's winter. Icy cold water. Then you get the proper effect of what you're actually trying to do. Deadlift records were broken in the classic. Okay. Nah, the rugby league. Nah, I don't know anything about rugby league. Yugoslavia, well, I don't know when Yugoslavia ended, but it wasn't in the 80s. Well, it started to, I guess. I guess in 1991 was when the civil war started between, Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, when it all kind of went to shit. But yeah, I guess in the 80s, other countries started breaking off. I still call it Yugoslavia because it's just easier, right? Like, instead of me speaking Serbian, I'm not speaking Serbian, I'm speaking Croatian, I'm speaking Bosnian, I'm speaking freaking Vojvodinian, whatever. Like, Kosovo. Yugoslavia, you said in everyone. I did. I saw Vlada at the Nuggets game in Djuric. Awesome to see. Awesome to see. I saw they beat the Lakers. Man, Jokic, man, he is a... he's gonna be, I think, when it's all said and done, if he chooses to continue to play, I think this guy's gonna be a top 10 of all time. He's gonna win a lot more, obviously. He's gonna win a bunch more MVPs, Finals MVPs, and all that stuff. But if everything goes as it's been going, I reckon he can finish top 10 of all time. Do I take any supplements? No. Other than Celtic salt, like Celtic salt, a pinch of that in the morning, nothing else. I'm anti-supplements in general, man. I don't like taking tablets. I think most of them are just a waste of time, to be honest. Waste of money. Keep it natural, man. You want some vitamin D? Change your lifestyle. I guess some parts of the world, vitamin D supplements are like almost mandatory because, you know, you don't get a lot of sun. But for the most part of the world, I think these type of supplements, man, just they're trying to supplement a lack of proper lifestyle, in a way. Are you still pursuing the Sprite sponsorship, or has that ship sailed? Sprite, I don't know. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't think I've ever got off of that. I don't have any sponsors, man. Like, I've had people reach out and whatever, but nothing significant, man. Like, I'm not anything special, man. No one cares about what I'm doing, and I've had people reach out and send me merch and stuff. Like Gymshark, they sent me gear probably 2 years ago now. Shorts and t-shirts and what that kind of stuff, and no strings attached. They were like, here's some stuff. Wear. I was like, cool, thanks. And that was it. I've had other clothing companies also like send their stuff out. One tried to like put things in contract, but it was like a joke. You know, like $1 a t-shirt that I sell for them. What the hell is that? It's not even worth my time. For the most part, they just try to use you. Vitamin D can deplete magnesium. That's the thing, man. Like, there's a lot to consider, right? Like, how do I know, like, what's going on? In my sense, and everything that I've learned in medicine and in chemistry and all that, there's no such thing as tenfolding one element of the body and expecting it can just sit there and not having an impact on the rest of the place, right? If you increase the sodium level, what happens? Well, other things also happen. If you increase the freaking vitamin D, of course you're gonna disrupt other shit. Probably the stuff that we might not even know the full impacts. Who knows? Laugh at Chris Yanak. Finally made it, man. Welcome. Spot on, Kurt. Everything in balance. Simple as that. How many bodyweight squats could I do in 5 minutes? I don't know. All I know is that just doing 100 in a row, it is very hard. Very, very hard. I can do it, but after the 100th rep, I need to lay down on the ground for a while. It's just a different energy system, man. Like you're probably bringing that up because of yesterday's video. It's a completely different energy system. You need to be fit for that. Very, very fit. Processing lactic acid, something that a lot of weightlifters don't really do much. But probably if you get somebody who runs a marathon, they'll probably be very, very good at doing bodyweight squats, because there's no strength component to as much there is as a breathing component. What's a brand that I'd like to be sponsored by? That's an interesting question. My cameraman teases me a lot of the time. He's like, man, all these people reach out to try to sponsor you and you just say no to everyone, and I have, I just I don't want to affiliate myself. This is the thing. 99% of the people that have contacted me want to sell supplements. Supplements. I ain't selling shit. I'm not selling supplements. I don't believe in the shit. I don't believe in, you're not gonna use my name to try to sell protein powder. Screw that. I don't believe in that shit. It's rubbish. It causes disease. You want protein? How about that? Look at this. That's protein. The hell's wrong with that? Eat it. Oh, but you need more. How much protein do you need? Oh, you need heaps more. Oh, okay. Do you think the body can absorb 1 kilo of protein a day? Do you really think that? So if I eat all of this meat, it's enough, dude. It's enough. But no. But what are we gonna sell to the people if not protein powder? What are we gonna sell to the people? Okay. Boys, do you want to buy some protein powder? If you want 180 kilo squat for 8, this is my protein powder, boys. You buy this, and I guarantee you in 6 months of proper training, and fuck off. Bullshit artists. They put a guy on the cover, draped with freaking steroids and train. And Ivan walks into the supplement store at 16. Hi, sir. I'm 60 kilos and my elbows are sticking out. There's bones everywhere. How do I, do you have something that I can drink, to gain mass? Oh, yeah, sure, no worries. Here's a supplement. I look at the jar. I'm like, fucking hell, man. Look at this shit. Who's this guy? Ronnie Coleman. Well, shit. Ronnie Coleman must be drinking this stuff. His picture's on it, so therefore he's drinking this stuff. Therefore, maybe I can get this big. Maybe if I get 1/10 of that, I'll be happy. Okay, y'all take 3 of these tubs. Thanks, mate. How much? $150. Thanks, man. Got him. Got another one. Dumb impressionable kid thinking that protein powder is the way to go. Fuck that. I ain't doing that. I'm not going to be part of that industry. People will sell their right testicle for a bit of money, man. I'm telling you, man. That's the world we live in. I don't need money. I'm happy to go on freaking nursing 4 days a week, 5 days a week. I'm happy, man. I want to sleep at night. Bloody beautiful. I haven't cheated anybody. I haven't sold anyone anything. This is the thing. A lot of these guys that are elite, they know this is bullshit. They know. Oh, shit. They know a lot of this shit is bullshit. Oh. But we need to make some bloody income, Ivan. What do you like? Let's screw the people over. That's what it's about. Man, fuck you. I'm not selling anything. Now, the initial question, who would I like to be sponsored with or affiliated with? I personally think Rogue makes excellent gear. I bought a few things off. I'm very, very impressed. I bought other people's stuff. And you can see the quality difference. Rogue, I wouldn't mind being sponsored by Rogue. Very, very good. This is stuff that I recommend. Very, very good stuff. That's it. Other places, if I could, I don't know, be sponsored by a company that makes NBA jerseys or something like that, something that I like, the quality, that's also really cool. Or perhaps the shoes, some of the shoes that I've been wearing. The Vivo Barefoot, I think they're excellent shoes. Wouldn't mind being sponsored by them. But after that, it becomes very, very difficult to find because, You know, who am I? Why would Rogue sponsor little old Ivan? Who's Ivan? Never heard of the guy. Creatine, another thing. I wouldn't do it, dude. I've explained many times before why. How people will say, "Oh, research showed it's safe." Good for that research. I ain't doing it. Medically speaking, creatine breaks down into a substance called creatinine. Creatinine. On a blood test, it comes in as CR. Creatinine is something that we test to see how well your kidneys are working. It's a kidney function test. So when you're ingesting a shit ton of creatine, it makes sense that your creatinine levels are going to increase. Potentially, in my opinion, and some of the doctors at my work, potentially putting your kidneys at risk of damage because they're working harder, right? For no reason. But people do a lot worse to themselves, and they're like, "Oh, look, mate, it's fine. A bit of creatine here and there, it's all good." Well, wait. People make decisions left, right, and center, like whatever. But I ain't doing it, so that's it. I don't like creatine. I don't like protein powder. I don't like pre-workout. I don't like lots of different things. I think people drink too much coffee. I don't think that's really good for them. I think they're frying their brains. What do you mean frying their brains? Well, I've got a sneaky suspicion that they're really harming their brain. Maybe down the track, research will come out to explain that. It's a stimulant. It's a stimulant like many other stimulants. And, coffee's fine, but like I see guys like smashing like 10 coffees before, gym workout. I don't know. Like, I'm telling you like what my intuition feels. I like water and I like good food, and that's it. And that's it. A lot of these things are not my cup of tea, let's say. Excuse the pun. Thank you, Yusuf. Appreciate that, man. Ivan, man, yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure there's a sponsor out there for me as well, but to be honest with you, I can't be bothered chasing. I can't be bothered communicating unless he comes to my front door and says it's a nice deal or whatever. Dude, I'm not fascinated by business, money. No, man. None of that interests me. I'm very unique like that. Money doesn't mean much to me. I would rather be free to make content however I want to make, train however I want to make without any strings attached, and be happy than somebody paying me money and me feeling like I'm being trapped, that I need to do this or that. Once a week, Ivan, you need to mention our name. At the end of every video, Ivan, what we want is you say us. Mention our name. Put the link in the description. Put the link straight in their face like this. This is the link. Man, screw that. I ain't doing that. I don't care how much money you pay me. That's the feeling, right? But whatever. That's just the way I feel now. Yeah, Yvonne, I see that. You can get, promo codes and whatnot. Yeah, but it needs to be something that I trust, that I like. A whole bunch of people have come forward and asked me to, you know, affiliate links and all that stuff that they talk about for protein powders and supplement companies. I've said no. I've had also, weirdly enough, like you get lots of like jewelry companies sell jewelry. Me jewelry, man. I don't like jewelry. I'm not gonna do that either. So the only good thing that I've said yes to, and I made one video about, was I've forgotten already. Hydro gun, the massage gun. You know, like Theragun. Well, they sent me like a $400 packet of these guns and accessories, of gun and accessories. I love that. I use that to this day. Really good quality, quiet and all that. And I made a video and I said, guys, you know, this is excellent. Kind of like half reviewed it at the end of the video. This is like 2-3 years ago. And that was the deal. We signed a contract that I was going to do that, make one video about it, and that was it. You know, I got a free product, which is awesome. I thanked them for it. I mentioned them. And, you know, that was it. But I think they gave me like a discount code for like a month. Nobody ever bought anything, I don't think. And that's it, man. I don't know. Dobro sam, Albert. Kako si ti? Bethesda sponsorship. Oh, man. That will be interesting. I've spoken about Skyrim a lot on this channel. That'll be pretty sick. The only way I would freaking say yes to that is if they promised me they would release the freaking next Skyrim, the next Elder Scroll in the next 2 years. If they don't agree to that, goodbye. I've been waiting for that shit for a decade, man. Silly buggers, man. Chris is asking, how long did you train with a bro split? Oh man. So I started kind of lifting weights. I would have been in high school. So like year 11, year 12 or something like that. We were going to a university, Flinders. For those of you guys in Adelaide, Flinders University, they would often have a gym. Basically open, you can just walk in and take shots. And so me and my mates would go in there, shoot around. And sometimes we would sneak down into the gym, which was underneath the courts. And literally, I would walk in there, do some bicep curls, and walk out. Like, you know, that was it. And when I say bicep curls, I didn't know what I was doing. So I would just pick up, do 20 or 30, whatever, walk out. Like right at the end of the shooting around. This went on for a few years, and then I reckon when I started nursing, or thereabouts, I'm getting my times all mixed up. I think I joined the gym while I was at uni as well. I remember there was a gym that was called Body Works near my house, and it was like a fully carpeted gym, like all crap. It wasn't even like an open plan. It looked like an office department that was like converted into a gym. There's all these like separate different rooms. It was just weird. Carpets everywhere, low ceilings, stuffy air. I remember I'd go in there and I'll do like incline dumbbell press, like very infrequently, like once a week, and then not go for like a few weeks, that kind of stuff, just messing around. So I guess you could say that was a bro split in a way. I try to like structure it somehow. Completely unaware what I was doing, didn't really understand anything. And then when I became a nurse, there was a guy that I worked with, and I started going to Anytime Fitness around this time. And then I started kind of doing chest, back, and whatever. So I reckon between the ages of like, once again, very irregularly, like no progress made, nothing. Well, maybe I put a little bit of weight on, I would say. This is the period like between 21 and let's say 23, 24. I was going to the gym very irregularly, trying to do the bro split. This was the period where I started like experimenting with protein powders, this type, that type, this type. And then I kind of stopped for like a year and a half. And then when I turned 25, my missus moved in with me, and we were both paying like damn near $1,000 for this gym membership and Anytime Fitness. Okay. And then we were like, what the hell are we doing paying $2,000 for membership for the both of us? Why don't we just freaking take this $2,000 and go and buy a squat rack, a bar, a bench, and some weights? Like, I'm not strong. So I remember we got like the 2 green Olympic bumper plates, bought them. And then I must have bought like a few of the rubber plates. Like I wasn't strong. I couldn't bench 2 plates. It was just like that. At 25. Before that, I would literally just go in the gym and do the machines. Occasionally, I would do bench press. Just all over the place. Like I wasn't watching a lot of YouTube fitness. Like later down the track, I started really focusing on it. From 25 onwards is when I bought the squat rack. It was sitting in my garage. Got the car out. Had the garage set up. And then I started like being really interested in it. And I started Googling, started listening, started buying books. Like some of these books that I have, like I keep mentioning Mark Rippetoe, Practical Programming, Strength 5x5, Texas Method. These kinds of ideas came in. Dan John, I bought some of his stuff. Pavel Tsatsouline, Power to the People. I want to look for other books as well. Like there's other authors. Wendler 5x5, Wendler stuff. I started reading that. So I started kind of super squats. Oh shit, look at this, man. This book right here, man. So Hayden, I don't know if Hayden's not watching this, I'm sure, but he's probably working. Actually, no, he wouldn't be working Sunday. So a friend from work gave me this book, and then he moved away, and I've been meaning to give it back to him. But he hasn't. Like I've had it in my locker at work for a while now, but he's moved on, and I don't really see him anymore. But Hayden, this is still yours, man. You gotta get this off me. It's still sitting on my shelf. So Hayden gave me this book, and he's like, dude, have you read Super Squats by Randall Strozen? And I'm like, man, I've read all this stuff, but I never read this one. And Super Squats, how to gain 30 pounds of muscles in 6 weeks. And it's a step-by-step process of how to do it. I read this book probably, I was probably already squatting every day. So I don't know, 4 years ago or something like that, I reckon. Maybe it was before squat every day. I don't know, around that time, around that year. And I read this book and I was like, holy shit, this is impactful. Boys, if you're going to read anything, read this. Because it's thin. It's not going to take you forever. So even if you're not somebody that reads books, you can get through this fairly quickly. Goes on the history about strength training, how people trained, and goes into breathing squats. Whoo! Just looking at this book gives me freaking anxiety. Takes me back to the days when I was dying under the bar trying to get. I remember I went from 90 kilos, 100 kilos, 4 sets of 20, and doing this protocol. Got up to 135. I reckon I got 137. I reckon I got 137 kilos for 20. And then 140 kilos, man. I remember I wanted to cry after that set. After trying to hit 140, this is 4 years ago now. I tried to get 140 kilos for set of 20. I remember I was losing sleep before some of these workouts. Because it's you're walking into hell. This is going to be freaking brutal stuff. So when I see this book, I'm like, damn, this was something, man. So around 25, I started getting books, getting ideas, reading. And around this time, I also started reading other shit. I remember I bought Becoming a Supple Leopard by Kelly Starrett. That book's there. But also around this period, like, you know, I was reading other shit. Like, I remember, I can see from here, Recovery by Russell Brand. That was interesting. The Kokoda Trail book, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Paul Hamm, Nelson Mandela, Naomi Klein, uh, um, climate change. Like, I'm just reading all these freaking books from the top there. Lots of different stuff, like World War II book, Hitler book, The Warrior Diet. Man, there's all these books that I used to read back then, you know. So yeah, over time, like, you kind of accumulate different ideas and you kind of understand what's really going on. But after you get exposed to all sorts of different things, then you can come back and be like, okay, I reckon after everything I've read, I reckon this is the best path for me. And you take it. Okay, the machine. Yeah. The split machine is awesome. I really, really must say. If you're going to stretch your hips out, like, it's hard. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure you can do it without it, whatever. But if you're not somebody that skips into a freaking stretching session with excitement, you want to make the process as easy as possible, right? You want to make it accessible, and this machine makes it accessible. You can plonk in front of the TV. You have a backrest, you know. You've got the backrest right here, right? Wheel here, the padding. It's you know, I still want to get to it. The only trouble with it was the only trouble with it that it made my hip pain worse, because I was stretching like a freaking maniac, and I was making the adductors looser, but I wasn't addressing the other side of the hip, the abductors. And like I talked in previous videos about my weak abduction strength, it wasn't good. Like, if you have weakness in a system and then you start stretching the system, you're making the thing worse. So my pain was coming from, I think, weak abduction, overpowering abductors, so they're getting tighter. The other stuff is getting longer. It was all over the place. So, like, I don't want to go back to that yet, because I'm only, you know, as you can see, the last 4 weeks I've had really, really good squatting doing these fives. Not even 4 weeks, probably 3 weeks. Having a really, really good time. I don't want to add anything that's going to disrupt it, because this machine, as funny as it sounds, it's hard work for the muscle. It really, really is. Stretching, static stretching, does a lot of damage to your muscle. There's also micro tears, whatever you want to call them. There's damage there. So if you overdo it, expect your strength to go down. It's just, that's how it is. I don't have a PR day planned. I just go off by feeling. Yeah. Go off by feeling, and if I get lucky, the schedule kind of eases up on me and I have a good run, then I'll go for it. But it's all by feel. You know, the other day I hit that PR. It was great. But I went off by feel, by the previous set. How did that feel? So if I feel the weight's moving, then I'll go for something. But otherwise, I won't. How many upper body days? Well, basically right now it's like every day. Every day is an upper body day essentially. Today I did some shoulder stuff, lateral raises. Tomorrow I'll do rowing. The next day I'll do shrugs. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not really talking about it much on the channel, but I'm experimenting every day doing something. So tomorrow I will do bench press and a bit of rowing. The next day I'm trying to do some shrugs. It's all part of the whole posterior chain, right? A few weeks ago I explained to you how I'm going about the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. And I've kind of extended that thought. I want lats, traps, rear delts as well. So I want to start hitting the entire posterior chain because I've kind of realized that that's what's missing with me. And all of a sudden I start squatting well, right? All of a sudden, 180 for 8 falls and all these wonderful things. So that's kind of what I've been doing, man. Every day. I don't have a dedicated chest or back or whatever day, but I kind of work at it every day. Sun and Steel by Yukio Mushima. I reckon I've heard about that, but I haven't read it. Hey Corey, how you going? There's some familiar names in here. Amacho, what's up, man? Yeah, I reckon it's been more than a week since the last done the power clean session, so it's coming next day or so. I reckon tomorrow I might fit it in. Power clean and rowing, maybe I'll have to. This is the thing, I don't want to do too many exercises in one session. That's another thing that I'm trying to focus on. I'm trying to spread these variations across. So I haven't done the GHD for a week. I haven't done cleans for a week. So those two things need to be put in somewhere. It's just very, very hard that I'm in this heavy sets of 5 every other day, every day. But every third day I've been hitting like AMRAP sets. So like after today, like I hit another 8 today with 180. It just takes the soul out of you, man. Like you're so flat. So coming back tomorrow to do something again powerful, like a power clean, it's hard. It really is hard. Like tomorrow, I know I'll be weak. I know that for a fact. Get this set up a bit better. Do you get much income from YouTube nowadays, Ivan? I showed it the other day. If you want, do you guys want me to show you my analytics page? I showed it the other day. I don't know if there's interest in that. Do you want me to show you the income and all that stuff? I'm quite open about it. I don't really care. You guys are the ones that support me. You might as well know exactly what's going on. If say yes to money talk, and I'll show you how much I earn from YouTube. I showed it the other day on the live. There's a few fellas that were asking about it. How much do you make? How much do you make? Money gets people talking. Money, it's interesting. I remember I was interested in, how much the YouTubers make and whatever, 100,000 followers and whatnot, and what goes on. And so if a whole bunch of you guys say yes to analytics, I'll take you right on there. I'll turn the camera around. I'll show on the screen how much I make. It's no secret. I'll show you the top video if you want. Whatever, I don't know. Or we can talk about training. I don't really mind. I can do whatever you guys want. I know a lot of people get kind of weird about money, but I don't give a shit about money, man. I honestly don't. Like, whatever. I've got nursing. That's my income. YouTube is a hobby for me that I like to do. And so even if I got a fat zero from it, I'll still probably be doing this shit because I do enjoy it. Simple as that. You know, there's guys out there, I mean, everyone each to their own, but there's guys out there who are doing this purely for money. And these are the guys that are like, you know, pushing some of these supplements and stuff because they want to live from the gym. I wouldn't mind being, you know, living off the gym either. Like, it would be fantastic, but it needs to be proper. I don't want to be like tricking people into shit, whatever. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I look at it. But whatever. So do you guys want it? Write money on the screen now if you want me to talk about the analytics and show you the page if you want. Or actually, here, write YouTube. Just write YouTube on the screen. There's about 70 of you guys. If you want me to show you the analytics page right now and take you through it, I can do that for you. If there's enough interest, obviously. If there's a few fellas, then I won't bother. But if there's enough of you guys that write YouTube now, I'll turn the screen around and I'll show you. That's one. YouTube. Amacho wants to see YouTube. That's 2, 3, 4. 4 fellas. How many do we need for majority? I don't know if 4, 5 YouTube, 6. 6, 10. Okay, if we get 10, we need 4 more. I don't know what I'm saying this. Whatever, man. If I just don't want to spoil everyone's thing if I start talking about YouTube and whatever. We stopped at 6, did we? 4 for majority. I think a lot of people don't care. But here, all right, let me do this here. Let me I did this the other day anyway, like, but you know, these chats are long, and so YouTube. Let's go to the creator page, analytics, YouTube Studio. Okay. So this is what YouTubers see when they go into their little thing, right? So this is called Channel Dashboard, YouTube Studio. And here you get like your broad analytics. So I've been losing subscribers like crazy in the last probably 6 to 12 months. Like every day I'll lose a few, basically. I don't understand what's going on, but whether, like, I've tried to Google it and people are talking about there's a lot of bots and YouTube's always cleaning. I don't know, whatever. Lots of people are leaving. Lots of people are, like, some days I have positive newcomers and then people leave. I don't know what's going on. So this is the main page, right? If we go over here and we click analytics, you will see more in-depth information about stuff. I don't know what's wrong with the internet, but it's shitting itself. So this is kind of what greets me when I go into the analytics. Up here of these tabs, if we click revenue, that's what people really care about. Estimated revenue, and this is per 28 days. See up here, per 28 days. $496. That's what I earned from YouTube. It's about the same as usual, it says there. And this is kind of what I've been earning for the last, I want to say, year and a half. I had periods before where I earned a bit more. You can see here, February, January, December, November, you can see the last few months. October was particularly bad. This is what I get per 1,000 views. That's my rate, $2, let's say $2.7. And that's kind of how I make money. Watch ads, supers. So supers are like when people give me kind of like donations. And then short feeds, 27 cents. I don't really do lots of shorts, so I don't really make a lot of money. Lives, so look at this figure here. $2.70 is what my rate is when I do normal videos. When I go lives, this is why I always say to you guys, this is why lives killed the channel. If I click live here, this goes down a lot. It says here $1.90, but it's really not that much, because most of that money is earned from people actually sending me money. But the actual analytics, like I get less than $1 per 1,000 views on a live. For some reason, it pays much, much less. So what else can I show you? We can, like, it goes deep, deep, deep into this stuff. So if we go live, let's go see more. Then there's this page. This is like, you can really run lots and lots of graphs, talk about lots of different things, viewer age. Like this is who watches the channel. It gets quite in depth on what goes on. So the majority are 25 to 34. And that's kind of like the spread. Geography. This is also an interesting one. Geography is interesting. Like you can see down here, United States makes 37%, and then United Kingdom and Australia. So America basically is the majority of my viewership. What else can I go? So let's get out of this. I'll show you guys my top videos. So if we go back to dashboard, these are like the all-time top videos. Where are we? Top videos. So down here, if we go up here and we go lifetime, actually, hold on. Let's go into the video section. Oh, that's not gonna get me, hold on. Last lifetime. The famous Chinese video. This guy here has 1,185,000 views. That's a lot of views, right? So I've got a whole stack of these videos, I'll get it in the shot, that have made lots and lots of views, like 1.1, 800,000, 500,000, 400,000, 400,000. So when one of these videos pops off, obviously, just imagine 500,000 times $3 per 1,000, which works out to be $1,500. So I get $1,500 out of this video, here. So if you could make a 500,000 view video once a week, you're making a minimum of 1.5K a week, right? So this is where, like, if you're continuously pulling lots and lots and lots of views, you can make lots and lots of money. So this was May 2021, the Chinese video. 2020, 2021, 2021, 22, 21, 21. So you can see the bulk of my really good videos were a long time ago. This was April last year, the only video that kind of made this list. And this was 265,000 views. So I've not made a video over 100,000 views for close to a year. So that's kind of how it goes, basically. I don't know what else I can show you. I don't know if that was informative, if that was interesting, but if you want to make a YouTube channel, this is kind of what you kind of get in. So I'll tell you a bit about what really supports the channel. So YouTube is great, but YouTube is very, very hit and miss. Sometimes I make a video that I feel like it's a really good topic. I feel like it's interesting, or I feel like I set a PR, or something happens in training that's interesting. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't even crack 10K. Whatever. I don't understand. So even success in the gym or a successful video doesn't necessarily mean successful views. The algorithm is weird. So what I am most proud of is the support that I get on Patreon. So Patreon is, I have a host of people there that support me, and there's a bunch of different tiers, and people support me there regardless of what happens with the algorithm. And this is the true support. The support you get from YouTube, it's great, but it's like there's constant pressure, and like I couldn't live off of that. Like I couldn't have a mortgage, support, a family of 3 kids, schooling, all that stuff. I couldn't afford that on YouTube, because unless you're making 20, 30, 40K a month, and you know that that's coming in, you can take a month where you make next to zero, right? But this idea of making $500 a month, $1,000 a month, back to $200 a month, back to $100, the volatility kills. And so it's very hard to make YouTube a full-time job. Very, very hard. I guess once you cross 500,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, then you get the sponsorships. That's where security comes in. But security comes in from external sources. It doesn't come from YouTube for most people, I think. So sponsorships, Patreon, other deals that people make, that's where people make money. But yeah, Patreon is the best. There's other, like you were saying, there's Ko-fi or something, Coffee, flat fee versus Patreon, percentage based. There's other ones as well. But that's the money side. Like whatever. Like money is important. Obviously, like it's like this. Let me tell you like this. If I was a full-time YouTuber, I would have more time to make better content, to train more, and to really invest into the channel. Maybe I could do collaborations, maybe I could do interviews, like podcasts, lots of different things. However, when you work 35 hours a week at the hospital with the shift work, then the YouTube that I do here becomes training, and then the videos are like a training review, and that's all I have time for. I remember I used to have time before for comments. I spent a lot of time commenting, but then, kids, everyone starts growing up, that suffers. And so I can't afford to drop hours at work because of money, which is fair enough. We all have to go to work. So this is where people like try to push hard to monetize the channel in the hope that they can make the channel their full-time work. And this is where people go crazy about money, because they're kind of chasing a lifestyle. I don't want to be a nurse anymore. I want to be a YouTuber. And so they hate their job, whatever they're doing, and they head into that. But for YouTube to make me enough money to leave nursing, man, I would need 10 times the following, 10 times the viewership for me to leave nursing. More. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. And I saw somebody say, if you have 100,000 followers, this is what you make, $500 a month. It's not like that. It used to be like that, but it's like this. I release a video right now tonight. I can see this analytics. I can show you all of this, but I don't want to bore you too much. I send out the video, and I guarantee you 90% of people, probably more, will not get the notification that I've released the video, right? So people don't even know the video's up. And so out of 120,000 people, I get 3,000 views. Well, how does that happen? Well, not everyone clicks the video, that's fine. But most people don't even see it on the algorithm. They don't even see it on their feed. So you could have 10 million subscribers. If there is no active community, if you're not getting watched regularly, the subscription doesn't matter. Back in the day, like in the old times of YouTube, if you release a video and you have 1 million subscribers, 1 million people are getting a notification that you've just made a video. 1 million people are getting that feed. 1 million people have the chance of watching. My statistics and my analytics are showing me that the subscriberships are completely irrelevant. All that tells you is that Ivan has impacted 120,000 people in his life positively, that they've clicked subscribe. But most of these people have either moved on, stopped training, they don't care about squat every day. Ivan's a dickhead. I don't like Ivan. I'm not watching him anymore. They're still subscribed, but they're not taking part in the community or supporting or doing anything like that. So the subscriberships mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm sure there are channels out there that have 20,000 subscribers and they get more viewership than me. That's kind of how it works. It's the viewership. It's who's watching you. Oh, you've just come in late. How much does YouTube pay? I've just gone through that through the shorts, and I've kind of talked about it, so you can go back and view that. But yeah, that's kind of how it works. Oh, absolutely, nursing is going to be with me forever. I remember when I first popped off on YouTube, I remember like it was like a whirlwind. I was like, what the hell is going on? I started making money, started making like $7 in 1 month, and then it went to $100 a month, and then $150, and then 1 month it jumped to like $1,000. I've had months go 2,000 to 3,000, but it's like up and down, up and down, up and down. And now all of the fuss and the algorithms kind of like left me behind. So I don't really get the algorithm pushing me forward anymore. And what's left is the 2,000 to 3,000 people that are sticking around. You know, they like the journey, they like the conversations, they like the ideas and the videos. And that's my support group. So this is the thing, everyone wants to ride the algorithm, but not everyone is going to get the algorithm every single day, right? So when you have momentum, like, you know, Sam Sulek recently, right? Like he started making everyday videos, and each video was getting like 1 million views. That is like crazy stuff. Like he's got 1 million subscribers and every day 1 million people watching. That's like crazy stuff. But that's not just him alone. That's the algorithm, because he's hot. So he pushes the hot stuff. Eventually you will see, I don't know, I mean, he might just keep increasing. But eventually you'll see that people kind of get tired of watching one person. They start to move away. But his impact was so large that he can probably retire from the money he's made. But that's kind of how it is. And yeah, so different genres give you different money per 1,000 views, different rates. So somebody said finance. Yeah, so finance, so some people get paid. Listen to this. Some people get $15 every 1,000 views. 15. I just showed you a figure that's like $2. So if I made a video of 3,000 views and I'm getting $2 per 1,000 views, I'm getting $6, man. But if I'm getting $10, $30, right? $6 times 10, $60. As I said, 3,000 views. So $30 if I forget 10 per 1,000. Starts to go crazy, right? Imagine if I had a 1 million viewed video, like the Chinese video that I did, right? And I had a rate of $10 per 1,000. What's that, $10,000? Instead of whatever I ended up getting, $2,000, whatever the rate was. And the rates go up and down depending on the year. Bro, the finance bros be killing it. I get like $1 per 1,000. Yeah, man. Yeah, Amacho, like I remember that as well. Like I remember there was a period that every single video that I did would break 15,000 views, 20,000 views. And occasionally, this was like 2-3 years ago, and occasionally I would get like 2, 3, 400,000 views. You know, it was like crazy stuff. I thought, man, like I could probably quit nursing if this continues growing like this. And then obviously you wait it out, it slows down, and it's fair enough, whatever. Like, people move on, people are interested for a little bit and then they move away. That's fine. Nobody's gonna force anybody to do anything, man. Like, whatever. But what I want to say, like, I've had people come up to me in the gym and they're like, Ivan, man, you really inspire me. I want to become a YouTuber like you. And I'm like, whoa. You don't want to become a YouTuber, man. You need to get your young ass to uni, to a trade, learn something that is real. This social media stuff is great as a hobby. Yes, sure, some people make it big and make millions and, you know, all that stuff. That's cool. But I would always recommend people, like, if you're 17, 18 years old, go to university or whatever. Find something that the society values. Become a plumber, electrician, whatever. Get a degree in nursing. Become a doctor, lawyer, engineer. Like, do something. Like, learn something that's of value that can always fall back on. But this idea of like I've got colleagues at work, man, that are a little bit older than me, and they've got kids that are like 10, 15 years old. And obviously word spreads around that Ivan's a YouTuber, and everyone's like, oh fuck, Ivan's like Mr. Beast, you know, that kind of stuff. People just get carried away. Like, just because I say you're a YouTuber, that doesn't mean I'm freaking driving Ferraris. But, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, mom, can you ask Ivan, like, you know, how did he become a YouTuber and all this stuff? And I'm like, no, like, you need to tell your kids he needs to go to school and learn something. Learn something that he's going to be able to feed his future kids with. Because this stuff, tomorrow I could get cancelled. Tomorrow. What for? I have no idea. Some might just go to the keyboard and go, well, delete this guy, Ivan, bang, boom. And what now? I got nothing to eat? Screw that shit, man. I'm a nurse. That's my value to society. I can go to the hospital anytime I want. If something happens, I can get 4 or 5 extra shifts in a fortnight. I can do extra time. I can stay back a little bit more, pick up an extra shift. You know, what am I supposed to do here? If I really need money, right? Let's say my car breaks down next month. I really need money from YouTube. I'm willing to work really hard for a little bit more money. What do I do? What do I do? I'll really make an awesome video. Like, put 20 hours into the video. And then you release that shit and it gets like 1,000 views. And you're like... But if I did 20 hours at the freaking hospital, guaranteed money, right? There's no risk with that. There's so much risk with this, you know? That's just the way it is. A friend of work was telling me the other day, he's like, Ivan, man, if you were a chick, you'd have 1 million subscribers right now. Put those leggings on, short shorts with half of the ass hanging out, do some squats, do some nice shots from the bottom, make sure you see the G-string underneath, thick legs, thick ass, get the, you know, boom, bang, boom, bada bang, you know. Ivan's got 1 million views, and, you know, I'll do stretching videos, and then I'll do some yoga, and boom. Millions and millions of views, millions of people like throwing themselves at you, and bang. But no, I'm a guy. I'm just a regular dude in his garage. There's no sex appeal. There's nothing. It's just a guy showing off his journey, sharing his journey with other people that are just normal people. And that's not sexy. It's not sexy for the casual fan. It's not sexy for the general population. This is the sign of making it big. When you not only appeal to the person that likes to squat every day, that likes to squat 3 times a week, or likes to power lift, Olympic lift, whatever. There's not enough of us for viewership to be millions and millions and millions. You need the regular fan, the fan that's just there to see a muscly guy walk around. They don't even train. That's when you get millions and millions of people, because you need to understand, like, you know, when Sam Sule gets 1 million views a day or whatever, I mean, I don't know, maybe those kids are a little bit younger, but how many people have time to watch YouTube, same guy, every single day? So you have like probably 1.5 million people in rotation, and it comes out to be 1 million a day, you know. But yeah, it's. I'm not an expert in all of this, but there's a science behind it and there's good explanations. Pink supremacy, what's going on, man? I'm talking about YouTube, talking about money, talking about social media, talking about all that stuff. Guys are interested in knowing the intricacies of the game. Oh, for sure. Nursing, yeah, absolutely. I'm glad I'm a nurse. I'll never be out of a job. And that's something that I've come to appreciate. This YouTube thing, man, really makes you aware of how some people just have jobs, and it's like I work for the government, man. Like you can't find me unless I fuck up something really, really bad. Nobody can find me. So when you work for the government, there's like ultimate security. I've got like they take care of you, the sick leave, the annual leave. It's nice. There's security there, and it's and it's a good job. You're helping people. And you get more than just money. You get lessons, life lessons. You interact with a lot of people, so it's a good job. Tim, man, appreciate that. I mean, listen, man, we all grind in our own ways, man. We're all trying to make it. There's nobody out there who's trying to not make it. We're all doing our best we can, and that's it. Some of us will make it big time. Otherwise, other guys won't. You just need to ask yourself what's really important to you. I'm first and foremost a family man. The way the kids make me feel, my family makes me feel, is irreplaceable. Somebody said to me, like, Ivan, like, if you had all the time in the world right now, how would you blow this channel up? How would I blow this channel up? All right, so if I didn't have kids or a wife right now, and I really wanted to make this channel pop, one ticket to America, I'll go to California and just start collaborating with all my people that I've watched. All these guys, I'll be like, hey, listen, man, can I do a video with you? Kind of like what Larry Wheels does. Bang, 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 join, like, just content, like there's flavor there. I'm talking to people, flying around the world. That's how I would do it. But no, I'm in Adelaide, in Australia. There's no fitness YouTuber in Adelaide. I mean, I'm not aware of one. I think there's a few in Melbourne, but there's nobody around here that does this stuff. It's like I'm just a guy in a garage, and that's it. It's just the way it is. It's not just Christopher. Yeah, it's not just the Aussie YouTubers, but it's like Aussies in general. Like, it's hard, like, because the majority of the world is on a different freaking clock. So even if you're like a trades stock exchange, like, you need to stay up until 2-3 a.m. When people start waking up on the East Coast over there and stuff, to catch the real life action over there. But whatever, I'm happy. I'm happy where I'm at. It's a blessing that I have 60 odd people in the chat room right now. We're chilling out. It's pretty cool to me, man. It's still pretty cool to me that I can share the journey, squatting every day. As weird as that sounds, it's pretty cool to me, man. I never thought this would happen. But this is the thing, like, if you start comparing yourself to other people, you'll never be happy. Oh, there's a 17-year-old that deadlifted 300. Shit. How does that make you feel? Oh, look, there's a guy over there that has 1 million subscribers as a fitness YouTuber. How does that make you feel? You can get down on yourself anytime you want, man. Nah, man. Be happy with what you have. And I have everything I need. That's the thing, man. Like, I've got everything, man. There you go. 14-year-old deadlifting 300. I haven't seen that, man. Actually, I might have. I might have seen that. Yeah, how crazy is that? That's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Boys, it's 7:20. I need to get out of here. My family's just come home. So I'll go chill with them a little bit, and then it's bedtime for the kiddies, do the nighttime routine. once again, appreciate you guys for chilling out with me. I've had my meal in front of you guys. It's been a pleasure. I'll try and do it tomorrow again. Depends on what happens, but I enjoy these lives. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, eh? Wait. Okay, go. Question. One more question. Vector. You're messing around. Appreciate you guys. Bye-bye.